Learning when to say no is a very important part when it comes to setting boundaries for yourself. What's up, YouTube? I'm Marissa Roxas. I'm a filmmaker from San Diego, California. I make films about my experiences as a Filipino queer female living her life in her 20s. And in this month of October, I've decided to make a video every other day covering self-love and self-care practices. So today we're talking about saying no. This one's going to be a very quick one because I think the concept is fairly simple, yet it's like simple, but it's like not easy to do, especially for someone like me who gives a lot of herself to people. But what I've found lately, I mean what I've been learning for the past 25 years is that you sometimes have to say no, and you shouldn't feel bad about it. It's okay to put yourself first. So again, saying no is a big part of setting your boundaries. So I'm currently going through a healing process, a readjustment in my life, and I've found that there's certain things that I'm just like not super inclined to do anymore. And it mainly has to do with like going out, things that just like remind me of the past and such. And like, again, like it's okay to say no, and like you don't even have to be in a trying time to know when to say no and so on and so forth. I think it's just important to learn what you're comfortable with and what you're not comfortable with. And I think what's even more important than that is saying no and not having to explain yourself to people. And of course, sometimes it's more of a reflection of other people, but just know that no, N-O, is a complete sentence. And I think that's a lesson that, honestly, if I'm going to be completely real with you, is that as a female, that's not something that we're taught. We're always taught like we should explain ourselves or we should apologize for saying no, when it's like you can just say no, and then whoever is on the receiving side of that no should just take it as a no and back off, whatever. So it is a struggle. I understand that. I definitely struggle with it. But especially when you are more vulnerable and you are healing, it's important to be self-aware enough to know when, okay, I'm overexerting myself, or I don't need to put myself in that situation right now because I'm still tender. I'm not ready to do that yet, and it's totally fine. I think the biggest part is just like recognizing when enough is enough and when it is time to say no. And again, not feeling like you have to explain yourself. And again, if you're around the right people and they know where you're going through and you say, no, I'm good, like I'm gonna sit this one out this time, then they're gonna understand. And again, if you're not around those kind of people, then I would say no to them. Say no to those connections and those friendships and whatever, and so on and so forth. This one is a very simple one. I don't even have B-roll for this one. I just wanted to let you know, and I don't even have to say this, but don't feel sorry. Don't feel bad for saying no. Yeah, it's just as simple as that. Anyway, that's all I have for you today. Once again, I'm Marissa Roxas. I'm a filmmaker from San Diego, California. Thank you for joining me along on this self-love Vlogtober. I won't see you tomorrow, but I'll see you the next day. Until then, take care.